Good morning and welcome to the Idaho Pasture Pig Registry tutorials. Today's tutorial is going to walk us through how to fill out a transfer paper. Transfer paperwork is needed when you are transferring an already registered pig to a new owner. So please follow along as we walk you through the step-by-step instructions of filling out this paperwork. The next paperwork that we're going to talk about is the pig transfer of ownership. So if you have a pig that has already been registered and you are going to transfer it or sell it to a new owner, then this is the paperwork that you are going to fill out. So this is a pig that already has an official certificate of registration. These are the pigs that you are going to use this pig transfer of ownership forms for. Now, when filling this out, I cannot stress enough how important it is that you guys fill out all of the information on all of the lines. And this applies to all of the paperwork that we're talking about. When I get paperwork back and I am looking for the new owner's information and I have a street address but I'm missing a city, state, and zip, obviously that information needs to be filled out in order for me to know who to send the paperwork to. So again, please, when you're filling out this paperwork, make sure that you go through it all. Make sure that you look to make sure all of these sections are filled out. And again, just double check it before you send it in. When we're looking at this, again, we're still looking for the registered name and number of the pig. Again, that is going to be found on the main section of this registration paperwork right here by my finger. In this circumstance, we're going to use WBF Heart A0077 as our example pig for this piece of paperwork. Now you can see that we call this pig Tilly. I am not going to write Tilly's name on that paperwork right there. I am going to write WBF Heart A0077. Now, although I know her as Tilly, the computer software for the registry does not. So it needs to have the WBF Heart A0077 in this information to get it completed. Again, when we're looking on here, this is going to show us the date of birth. You can see her date of birth was September 17th, 2013. That is the date of birth that we would put onto this section here. Now, when this pig was registered, she was a piglet, and she was at that point a gilt. And a gilt is a girl that has not had babies yet. At this point, she has had litters, and she is now a sow. I don't care if you write gilt or sow in here. Either of those is fine. We will know which is which when we are getting that. You can even write female along this line. That is perfectly fine. Obviously, we're just denoting that it is a girl and not a boy pig. Now, when we're looking at this paperwork and following along, the owner that has the pig right now is going to fill out this section here. So, for example, I own this pig right now, and this pig is on our property. When we're filling this out, we are going to write, let's say the date of transfer, we just fill in the correct date. We're going to write the current owners, and I would write myself and Dave along this line. Then I will write our phone number and our email address. Now let's say that we're going to use that fictitious person we just made up in the last example, and we're going to sell this girl to, again, Mary Smith. I will fill out this information with her name, her address, her phone number, and her email, denoting who the pig is going to be sold to. Now, completely hypothetical, because there's never going to be a chance that I'm going to sell this beautiful, lovely, awesome Tilly that has warmed our hearts for so many years. But in this circumstance, we're going to use her as our example. Now, okay, I have filled out a paper showing you this information that we just talked about. So again, the registered name and number of the pig is WBF Heart A0077. Her date of birth was September 17th, 2013. And like I said, she, on her paperwork, is listed as a gilt. She has had piglets now, so she is actually a sow at this point. Our information, if we skip down to here, is going to be listed on this section here with our name and phone number, and then the date of the transfer. This information in this section here is going to list out the new owner's information. So again, hypothetically, Mary Smith, and again, her full address at 320 Longstreet Road, Tilly, Montana 04369 is completely filled out so that we know where to send the paperwork to. The phone number is listed and the email address is listed. This is the information that is going to be needed to be filled out by the owner of the pig and sent into the registry. Now, when you are sending in a transfer, you will actually need to send in this information also. So this official certificate of registration will have to accompany this piece of paperwork signed by the owner in order to get the transfer completed. To do a transfer, it is a $7 fee. You will see this listed at the bottom of the form. It will also again list out the address that you are sending everything to. But the official certificate of registration, as well as this transfer of ownership form, will need to both be filled out. This will need to be filled out, and both of pieces of paper will need to be sent back to the registry in order to complete the registration. Thank you for following along for the tutorial today. If you have any additional questions, you are welcome to go to www.idahopasturepigregistry.com, or you can call 715-674-2287, and I will be happy to walk you through anything that is confusing or answer any additional questions.